Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Gail. Come on. Good morning, I'm a believer. I love that. You hear that, Ashley? Come on, little one. Come on. All right. Sorry, guys. The pup got a little tangled up. But good morning, Pawleys Island peeps. Today is Marvelous Monday, July 26, 2021. And it is time for your Pawleys Island Sunrise and Surf Report with Dave Clayton and Lisa Clayton. Good morning, Sherry. Got some beautiful skies this morning. Oops, sorry, boo-boos. Good morning, Pat. So we have sunrise at 6:24 this morning. Sunset will be this evening at 8:21. So day's getting a few minutes shorter, but you still have a good 13 hours of sunlight, I believe. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Susie. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. We were blessed with some beautiful sunsets, or sunrises, and sunsets. All right. Oh, we got some surfers coming through. Come here, love bug. Sorry, guys. Morning, guys. Sorry. Hey. You want to go be a surfer doggy? Yep, the waves are awesome today. About 6 seconds apart. 2.5 feet high. So those are some decent waves. I came in on Davis, Sandra Shaw. Good morning. So right here beside First, closer to the pier. This is always one of my favorites because this is where we originally, when Dave and I started, this is where we always came. So, all right, Peaches, you ready to step in the sand? All right. So I'll give you guys some good Yeah, Mr. Dave. I snuck out. He was sleeping soundly. I figured I would take the reins, as we had already talked about today. So I figured I'd let him get a little rest. Yeah, we had a great weekend, but it was kind of bittersweet. We had plans to go on a sunset cruise yesterday out of Murrells Inlet. It was like a the parrot cruise. So have you ever signed up for something and then when you get there it was a little bit different than what you thought it might be? Yep, that was us yesterday. Because we were all excited, and him and Chelsea and I got all ready, and we were going to enjoy this sunset cruise and share it with you guys. So we get there, and it's right behind the Claw House in Murrells Inlet. And we go down the plank to get to the boat. Good morning, Rex Carter. Thank you for your hellos from the mountains. So we get down to the boat, and really nice people standing there. And they're like, they're talking to us. And then it was a couple of minutes, and then the lady that was there looks at our daughter, and she's like, "Is she 21? And we're like, no. So evidently this is a 21 and over boat. We had some good friends that had invited us, and my husband was like, "Hey, let's do this." I was like, "All right, awesome." But evidently there was a few disclaimers. And yeah, you had to be 21 to go on the sunset cruise. So needless to say, yeah, we didn't get to go, which was fine. So we were looking for the sunset cruise that allowed kids. But if you hang out with Dave and I, a 21 and over boat, they wouldn't make money off of us. Let's put it that way. We can sit and, enjoy maybe one fun thing or something, but for the most part, we're water and tea, sweet tea. Yep, it was a booze cruise, Sandra. And I don't think Chelsea's eaten anywhere near that yet. Now, we do have 3 kids that would have loved to go. Okay, let me watch my signal here. All right, I'm at 2 right here. So yeah, if my daughter had been here already, I'm sure she would have gone on it for me. Tell you, to be in those early 20s again, woohoo! No. If you had to pick a favorite age, what would it be? I think I was kind of digging the 40s when I really look over it. Maybe late 30s, early 40s. But today's a good day to be in 51. And it's a good thing. But I do have to go to the dentist today. Had a crown break. Woohoo. Always fun stuff, isn't it? Expensive fun stuff. So we do have a sun rising back there. We got some gorgeous colors. So I do have some good news for you. It comes from Hebrews 13:2. Says, "Do not forget to entertain strangers, for by doing so, some people have entertained angels without knowing it." Cool, William. Yeah, I grew up in the 70s. But you ever thought that someone that you didn't know that you helped, you ever wonder if that person was an angel? I do remember one time in Chapel Hill, my friend and I went to a restaurant. It's called Ratskeller on Franklin Street. She was a student at UNC, not me. And I was at Appalachian at that time. But I came down to visit, and we went to this restaurant. And when we came out, there was a man on the street, and he was asking, for money or whatever. And we had ordered these lasagnas, and I have to tell you, this was probably the biggest, cheesiest lasagna I had ever seen in my life. And I mean, I really, after the bread and everything, you get the breadsticks and whatnot. So I was pretty stuffed pretty quickly. So when I went out, there was that gentleman was standing out there, and, I was like, look, I have this massive amount of food here. Why don't you just take it? I didn't have any money at the time because I just spent it on the food. Aw, Betsy. But what was crazy is he was so grateful for that box of food. And he, it's like I gave it to him, and we took a couple of steps. And I think Amanda, my friend, we're still besties. She's like, oh, I found a $5 bill. So we turned around to give it to him, and he was gone. I mean, it's like it was that quick. And she and I just looked at each other because there was nowhere to go. It's like him and the food were just poof. And so it made you question, did I, yeah. Awesome. Sandra's got a story to share too. Yeah. It's like you help them, and then they're gone, and it's just baffling. And it puts this awe and wonder in your heart. Our little surfers are catching some decent waves over there. I was trying to catch a little ray over here. LOL. I like to be punny. Wow. Now that's a good one. Mine, we were in the city, in the town of Chapel Hill, so. Sandra's saying her guy was on the side of a country road. So if you have a story about an angel encounter, or who might have been one, share it. That'd be awesome to hear. Morning. Of course, we see angels on the beach every morning. Wonderful people. They always come out to walk their dogs. Our surfers are over here. Oh wow, that was a nice wave. I want to step closer, I just don't want to lose our connection. They're bobbing over there. I'll go back to them in a minute if they start to get up. Just loving the clouds this morning. So the thought, because Dave actually found this verse and he was like, the thought was, what do you do to welcome new neighbors into your neighborhood? So if you've been living where you are and someone new moves in, do you ever go out of your way to welcome them? How warmly do you personally welcome visitors when they come to your church? Or they are new people to your Bible study group? When's the last time you invited people over for dinner? I think some of us are slowly getting into this. Some of us jumped right in. But it says, while some of us have the gift of hospitality, all of us need to be warm and open to folks we don't know that join us for Christian worship and fellowship. So I'll say that one more time. While some of us have that gift of hospitality, we all need to step out and be welcoming to others. Say hello. I mean, you ever gone somewhere new? I mean, that was one thing when 20 years ago when I first moved down here, and my neighbors invited me to Pawleys Island Community Church. That was the first thing when I walked in. It was like people were so warm and welcoming, and they've always been that way. But it's nice to feel welcomed. And then when you sit down and I heard the preaching, I just was like, wow. And I know there's any of the churches here that I visited, we have an amazing group of ministers in this area. And it's cool because they actually talk to one another and work together in our community, which is a good thing. Yeah, our little surfers are just floating over there. So today I challenge you, say hello to people, be welcoming. And even if we may not see our sun this morning, we see beautiful colors, we see beautiful people. There's actually a light wind, but the flag, if you look, is flat over there. Morning. If you've had new people move in, say hello. Happy morning, happy Monday. Good morning, Tony Susu. Let's see. Yep, we've had a good 10 minutes of waiting for our Mr. Mr. Golden's sun. Please shine down on me. I'm sure it will show up later. You too, James. Have a blessed Monday and be a blessing to others. Be a blessing to any interaction you have today. Work to be a blessing and encourage and uplift. Be slow to anger. Oh, wow. Of course, Pat. Sandra was telling her story. Come back here. So Sandra's story. Skinny older man was dragging a suitcase and had his older dog on a rope going down Highway 11. Pulled over and asked if he was okay. He said his wife was mean to him and took it out on him for too long. But when she started beating his dog, that was it. He was going to live with family in Virginia. I was wary about offering a ride, so I gave him $20. So he thanked me. I got about 100 yards, decided to give him a ride. I turned around and he was gone. Woo. Okay, chills just went up my arms. So, like I said, share your stories. That is pretty wild. All right, there we go. Well, we've got a barky dog. Sorry, guys. Where's our surfers? There they are. I don't think they're going to catch anything for us, but you guys have a marvelous Monday. And be marvelous in your character. What does that look like? Just find your joy today and be a joy to others. And if you get frustrated about something, pray on it. Because don't let others steal that marvelous feeling that you should have. Trust me, I mean, I'm a little nervous about going into the dentist, but I know God's with me, and it is all going to be just fine. Got to hold on to that hope. So, God bless you, God keep you, God help you make His choices, the best choices, today and every day. And this is Fufu Head and Peaches signing out. All right, love you guys. See you tomorrow.